4 movies that are slated to come out this year that are going to be certified bangers, and the reason why. Number 1, Avengers Doomsday. Need I say more? Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, RDJ. Just some of the names have been confirmed with this movie. Also, the OG Fox X-Men. Also, the Fantastic Four. Also, the OG Avengers led by Sam Wilson. Also, Yelena Belova's led Thunderbolts / New Avengers. And then you have Doctor Doom as the villain carrying this 2-part arc or even 3-part movie, because I'm hearing that Secret Wars might be a 2-parter. All this culminating in one of the biggest events that Marvel has done in the MCU's history. This is going to be a certified banger easily. I've already said that Avengers Doomsday is going to be easily $1 billion, but I think we might have a $3 billion movie on our hands, and I'm not even joking when I say that. Number 2, Dune Part 3. This is the Part 3 of the Dune trilogy. Denis Villeneuve, Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Florence Pugh, but now we're also getting Robert Pattinson in this movie. This is going to be one of the sickest movies of this year. I have been anticipating this movie ever since they announced that it was going to be happening, and ever since they announced filming happened. I have just been waiting for this movie to come out. And also, Jason Momoa is supposed to be returning in this movie. He was in the first Dune movie. He was amazing in the first Dune movie. This movie is going to be amazing. Since, like, cinematography-wise, visually, it's just all the feels. All the feels are going to be there, and it's going to be a certified banger. Without a shadow of a doubt, I have no doubt in my mind that this movie is going to be one of the biggest movies of the year. Number 3, the Michael movie. Michael Jackson, biggest artist of all time, one of the greatest entertainers of all time, possibly the greatest entertainer of all time. We are finally getting a biopic movie about him. This movie had to be rewritten for the 3rd act because it was covering some stuff to do with the trial that happened with him, and because of certain deals that they signed with the estate and that they signed with the Chandler family. They unfortunately can't portray any of that stuff on live action and on the big screen or any sort of media that they do with that interpretation of Michael's story. They can't involve any sort of that story. So the 3rd act had to be rewritten. But what I'm hearing is that the movie is going to essentially tell the story from us, obviously when he was a kid, because we do know there's a child actor playing the younger version of Michael Jackson in this movie. So it's supposed to stretch from when he was a kid all the way up into somewhat of the Thriller kind of beginning of the Bad era. And then also, get this, the producer of this movie is also the same producer that was the producer of Bohemian Rhapsody. He himself said, if this movie is a certified banger at the box office, they will make a part two, which means all that stuff is going to be included, because there was stuff that they shot that, because for time's sake, this movie, the first original cut was supposed to be like almost 3 hours, 4 hours almost even. There was just a lot of footage that they shot covering the span of this man's life. And if this movie is going to be a hit, and if it's a hit at the box office, he already said they're going to make a part 2. We have never, in the history of cinema, in the history of movies, Hollywood, any of that, we've never had it where there possibly could be a sequel to a biopic. I don't think that's ever happened. And the fact that that could happen, because this movie is going to be a certified banger at the box office, without a shadow of a doubt. It's not even the question of like, oh, it's how much money. It's going to be how much money it's going to make. Because I honestly think $500 million easily is going to cross. I honestly think it might even be $1 billion. I know that people have been saying that, oh, this might be one of those movies this year, along with Avengers Doomsday and possibly Dune Part 3, where this movie is a certified $1 billion movie, and it joins the $1 billion club. I honestly believe that without a shadow of a doubt. I think this movie could rake in $1 billion. I don't think you guys are understanding. You're talking about Michael Jackson, who was being portrayed by his nephew, Jafar Jackson. A lot of people are saying when people see his portrayal of Michael Jackson on the big screen, it's going to make you shed a tear in the sense of you think that's actually Michael. That's how good his performance is. And also, I'm hearing that the lead song for this movie is Man in the Mirror. That enough is gonna it's gonna make everybody cry. I just know that there's a specifically, I think they said one scene. I've been hearing that there's one scene in this movie where that's the song that's gonna play, and the performance that Jafar gives is gonna shock people, and it's gonna leave everybody with tears in their eyes and just bawling at the sheer greatness of how this boy was able to portray his uncle so seamlessly. And the fact that they got Jafar, who they've said is the closest thing that you're going to get to Michael Jackson. A lot of the Jackson family have said Jafar is the closest thing to Michael. He sounds like Michael. He looks like Michael. Now seeing the trailer, he dances like Michael. This is gonna be amazing. I'm a Michael Jackson fan, so I already knew this was gonna be just without a shadow of a doubt one of the biggest movies of the year. But hearing everything that I've been hearing about this, guys, I am so ready for this movie to come out. Movie number 4. How can I forget about this? Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Spider-Man: Brand New Day. This will be the first movie in the new trilogy of Spider-Man movies played by Tom Holland. And then you throw on top of that Sadie Sink, and then you throw on top of that The Hand, and then you throw on top of that all the villains that are supposed to be in this movie, and then you throw on top of that The Punisher, Bruce Banner, Yelena Belova, Tombstone, Scorpion, possibly Jean Grey or Rachel Summers or Hope Summers. Who knows? You throw in all these factors with Spider-Man. Do we not think this is going to be $1 billion? Do we not think this is going to be a certified hit? I'm telling you guys right now, this movie might actually be better than Avengers Doomsday. Avengers Doomsday might make $1 billion just on the sheer fact of all those elements that I was talking about mixed together with RDJ, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Fox OG X-Men, Fantastic Four, New Avengers, Thunderbolts, OG Avengers. That might just make $1 billion just on the basis of that alone. But I think story-wise, while Avengers Doomsday will be a good story, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad story. I do think story-wise, Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be better. Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be better. And this story is going to be better. And I think a lot of people, from what I'm sensing, a lot of people are more hyped about Spider-Man Brand New Day than they are about Avengers Doomsday. People are hyped about Avengers Doomsday. It's not to say that Avengers Doomsday, like I've been saying, it's going to be bad. It's not. It's not going to be bad. When you throw in Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, RDJ alone, that's enough to get anybody to go to the box office to go see Avengers Doomsday. That's enough to know that this movie is going to be a very good movie, right? But Spider-Man Brand New Day, this is more niche and this is more like cult following specific because it's a character that is so beloved by the culture, by pop culture. He's in the pop culture zeitgeist. Like he's in the culture zeitgeist. Like Spider-Man is like one of everybody's favorite hero. Like he's my favorite hero. That's why that's why I don't have a poster. That's my DC poster. But he's on my bed. Like I have Spider-Man slippers. Spider-Man is literally my favorite hero. I identify with Spider-Man the most. Spider-Man is my favorite hero. So when you're talking about Spider-Man and you throw in all these elements with what I just said, all these different villains, all these different characters, possible characters, mutants, this is going to be a very good movie. It's going to be one of the most amazing movies to see visually, aesthetically, story-wise, music-wise. This is going to be one of the best movies of this year. I have no doubt about it. And honestly, if I'm the Academy, I would be already nominating this movie for visual effects. Because if that trailer that we got leaked has anything to go by, this movie is going to be very good visually. The visual effects in this movie is going to be very good. And Dustin Daniel Craig, come on. The guy that directed Shang-Chi? The guy that directed one of the episodes or a couple episodes for Wonder Man? How do we not think this is going to be a good movie? I'm sorry. I'm just over the moon about this movie. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have any movies that you're anticipating this year that you think are going to be good? Do you have any sleeper movies? I have some honorable mentions. I couldn't name every movie on here, but movies like Supergirl, The Chronicles of Narnia movie directed by Greta Gerwig, that's going to be good. Clayface, I'm really excited about Clayface this year. That's going to be amazing. A lot of people are not hyped about this, but I've been hearing really good things that this is better than the first one, the Mortal Kombat sequel. Mortal Kombat 2 apparently is supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be way better. And I'm hearing that a very important character that we got introduced in the first one is supposed to die in like the first 20 minutes to set the tone of the movie. So if that's anything to go by. And also Johnny Cage. Kia Cage. Like, yeah, you're talking about Johnny Cage, bro. Johnny Cage is one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters. But I couldn't name every movie in this list. But those are just some of the movies for honorable mentions. But 2026 is going to be a good year. That's all I'm going to say. 2026 is going to be a good year. Like and follow for more. Hope we come back for our next conversation. I'm John Talks. I'll see you guys in the next update. Deuces.